Hello guys, this is Rio. It's been quite a while since I tried to make a video on the Japanese account, especially with the new one, which I haven't finished the main story of Orleans for the Singularity, but right now I want to try and summon this servant who calls himself Indra. Now I know who voiced Indra, and we never thought in a million years that Kazuhiko Inoue, who happens to be Hatake Kakashi in Naruto, or Cars in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 2, or Gildarts from Fairy Tail, or Gifu from Camaraderie Vice would be voicing this character. Now, he has been 20 years being Kakashi, so of course a lot of Naruto fans really like this guy. However, I don't even know if he be able to respond or be summonable, especially for this account. It's new, and haven't even got a new SSR servant other than I already have a video of. Oh, here is Mary Aning, or should I call her Kanna from Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid.
あんたがうちのマスターふふふとんでもない掘り出し物を引いちゃったね。うちが来たからには大船に乗ったつもりでいていいからね。うちの名前？マジで言ってる？田舎者かよ。
Ah, Berserker. Silver Folk card. Here it is. Alright. This is a bit odd that I would do, but I'm gonna do it. It's stupid, it's crazy, but my catalyst is I'm channeling my right hand, and imagine if I concentrated my chakra and imagine if I can perform Raikiri or Lightning Blade just like him. So I'm gonna use my left hand to press the ticket, first Kirashan ritual, and my right hand to focus if I can spark electricity, even though it's not really true. From what I remember, he used the Raikiri in part 1, and Zabuza was shocked. So shocked that he almost died, but his guardian of a tool, Haku, protected him. And that was the first time in the Naruto part 1 series that Kakashi has murdered someone with his lightning blade, or Raikiri. And I haven't gotten this craft essence yet because I haven't jumped to the Indra event. Woohoo! I mistaken Takasugi Shinsaku, but it's actually Rama, an Indian servant. Now, after the mission into the Land of Waves against Zabuza and Haku, Kakashi have actually tried to see if his teammates of Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura can pass the Chunin exam without getting killed or failed. And although he was trying to see some matches, boy, there were 10 rounds for the Chunin exams. He actually, after seeing Sasuke's battle, had to do an evil stealing technique. He required hand signs with his own blood just to seal off Sasuke's curse mark. Then after seeing Orochimaru, he tried to fight him, even though there was a flashback filler in part 2. He tried to kill Orochimaru, but he was too scared because the Sun Ninja's aura was so scary and so evil, he hesitated. Not like the third Hokage who can't kill that guy. It's just he is strong. Years later, I didn't even know if Kakashi can actually kill Orochimaru. despite Sasuke was the one to have the guts to actually. Oh, I got me Alexander for the first time. And well, actually returning after Sasuke's curse mark has already been sealed, he watches the rest of the other matches, even though one or maybe two matches he didn't actually saw on time. But after witnessing Rock Lee's fight, boy, he noticed he was fast and have actually used that. That craft distance. It's called 8 Gates. And who would have thought? While he was actually trying to watch the Chunin exam finals, something unexpected happened. And that was the Hidden Sound, working together with the Hidden Sand to try and destroy the Hidden Leaf Village. While he was busy taking down some sound ninjas, which are crawling. Well, I have your papa. Once 6 singularities have passed, you will be shocked that your son is actually in our Kohai. Lancelot. Really?
僕はアレキサンダー。アレクサンドロス3世でもいいよ。もちろん他の名前でもね。
Okay, young Alexander it is. Gemini no Saga! I mean, Jogen no Ichi.
サーバント・セイバー、ランスロット、参上いたしました。ひとときではありますが、我が剣はマスターに捧げましょう。
Not bad. Second Kirishan ritual. And after that Leaf Village invasion from Orochimaru and manipulating the Hidden Sand to be his disposable pawns, he actually noticed that there are 2 visitors from the outside and he proceeded to leave. He tried to give a signal to some other ninjas, not really blurting it to Sasuke though. And finally, he tried to fight against Itachi Uchiha. Man, for someone who is not an Uchiha, facing the real Uchiha who has the blood and the Sharingan, which is not a borrowed and stuff, whew, that was the toughest fight he had to endure. Trying to look at Tsukuyomi in Itachi's eye and was tortured for 72 hours. That's 3 times the amount of 24 hours. And almost a month after Naruto and Jiraiya found Tsunade, he is already being recovered. And off screen, yada yada yada, and some mission. Finally, after seeing Sasuke, who already mastered Chidori, which I forgot to mention that he actually taught Sasuke the Chidori, or should I say, different version for his own personal lightning blade. Tried to kill Naruto, while Naruto have already learned the Rasengan. And both tried to clash. Luckily, he was there and actually separated them. And so the clash between, what, 2 towers. And as a result, Sasuke did damage in the front, while Naruto looks a little weak, but at the back, whoa. And after confronting Sasuke about forget about revenge, it's not worth it, he has no clue. It's not even enough. And then he didn't actually try to fend off against some sound ninja that actually confronted Sasuke for an invitation to go to Orochimaru. And he didn't actually notice 5 teams have already been set up while they try to find Sasuke, who was escorted by 4 Sound Ninja, with additional 1. And after the last one, even though it was really Sasuke himself who had to willingly go to Orochimaru, Kakashi, who was a little too late, didn't stop their fight. And as a result, he found Naruto almost dead at the Valley of the End, or Final Valley. Well, Sasuke has already gone to Orochimaru on his own free will. And so we jump 3 years later. 3 years, finally in Shippuden. After Naruto already has his homecoming, returning to the Leaf, he is already greeting the fifth Hokage, Tsunade. And with that, Kakashi was already there. And with now this Minamoto no Raiko. Third Kirishan ritual. And with that, only 2 members of Team 7 tried the same task, just like 3 years ago, trying to get the bell off Kakashi. Even though 3 years ago they failed, even though one failed to succeed in getting lunch, this one, it's only just 2. And boy, he pulled out a lot of tricks just to make Naruto and Sakura a little needs to be tricked. But they're not the same as back then 3 years ago. But to think, only in anime, he has his Sharingan, and he could have just tried to not see, but Naruto had to try and blurt out the spoiler for the Icha tactics. But it's impressive that he actually has some jutsu that he copied. I mean, he has a sense of smell like Iba, he has strong like Leo Guy, taijutsu, and he has this 2 techniques that either he developed by himself or copied from others, such as the fire style Fireball and the water style Water Dragon. Oh no! Vritra, who looks like Lady Gaga! Oh no! But not bad. Not bad. I'm still having my right hand here, just like how if Kakashi could automatically create the lightning blade or the Raikiri. Oh, in the game, 2 versions of the game that is, Naruto Ultimate Ninja Impact, he tried to fend up the attack against Naruto and Sakura, but in the Ultimate Ninja Storm 2, he tried to fend up the attack against Naruto's Rasengan, which was enhanced with the Nine Tails Chakra. And with that, Naruto and Sakura have passed the bell test. They have improved for the past 3 years. Not bad. And all of a sudden, let's give yada yada with the sudden message from the Hidden Sand that the Kazekage has been kidnapped by the Akatsuki, which they have to go to the Hidden Sand in a journey that takes 3 days. And finally, they're preparing to go to the Land of Waves. And while they actually try to go to the Land of Waves, they encounter Itachi Uchiha, which is not actually the real Itachi, because the real Itachi is actually elsewhere. So, while he was actually trying to test out if this is the same Itachi, it is. However, Kakashi has actually fooled him, and without realizing it, Naruto's giant Rasengan stopped that Itachi, which happens to be a fake. Or a body double. What is it? What's this assassin? Category 5! Alright, the club. The club. And while already reaching their destination, also meeting with Team Guy, they have actually noticed that it's a 5 seal bearing. While already trying to enter in the Akatsuki hideout, it was too late.
アサシン、パライソ、ハセさんじました。新たなお館様に忠誠を。神明ならざる意味名にて失礼。いかなる罰をも受ける覚悟にてござる。
Okay, third Kirasan ritual didn't go as planned. Let's go for the fourth one. Well, Naruto, who is very furious that Kakashi have already killed Gaara, or at least in the right way, taking the one tail inside him, has already tried to chase down one of the Akatsuki. And Kakashi, who tried to stop him, wasn't able to work. He tried to chase Deidara as well. While slowly trying to evade those detonating plays, he had to focus on one jutsu which he never actually used it in part 1, and it's really taking a toll on his chakra. While slowly focusing on his Sharingan to become a Mangekyo, he used Kamui for the very first time. Boy. Come on! It had to be him! The 6th Hokage, Kakashi! And who is it? Shifumi, huh? First time. The Dragon Slayer.
セイバー、ジークフリート。召喚に応じ参上した。命令を。
Not bad. I could use him to actually help me clear Orleans a little bit, especially against John Altered forces. Ivy Kabiron for the very first time, and that's category 7.
Servant, Caster, アビケブロン、召喚に応じ参上した。早速で申し訳ない。工房が欲しいのだが、いいかね。
Alright. 120 scene quartz, but it's still the fourth ritual. And after he was already exhausted with the Kamui, to think as Deidara was about to explode, he actually sent his remains, which was almost dangerous for it to explode and spread wide, to an unknown dimension. And with that, Kakashi was already so tired he couldn't walk all by himself, and Might Guy had to be the one to carry him with a piggyback ride. Boy, after that rescuing the Kazekage arc, Kakashi is in no condition, so he is exhausted and had to be hospitalized. He repressed his chakra, or tried to make sure that he wouldn't do a stunt like that because it was really taking a lot of chakra performing Kamui. So for this next arc, which was the reunion, or should I say Pinky Bridge mission, the one that's taking place is really Yamato, who happens to be Emiya Kiritsugu, if anyone recognizes his voice. Season 3 is not really cameo with the whole 12 Guardian Ninja arc, but the invasion of the Akatsuki, that is serious. After trying to develop a new jutsu, Kakashi actually trains Naruto, noticing about what his element is, and trying to show him that even he can perform the Rasengan, and teaching him about nature, natural chakra, or natural elements. Boy, that took actually a lot of time. Along with Yamato was actually trying to see how he would actually try to contain his chakra without having the 9 tails involved, even though there are some times After hearing the news that Asuma Sarutobi has died, the training has ceased. And while noticing for Team 10's members are going out and continuing the mission, Kakashi is actually filling in for them. And together, a 4-man squad tried to stop the Akatsuki. It was impressive for Shikamaru to try and stop 2 of them with the shadow protection shuriken which he had. Boy, it was actually great for him to notice the element of earth that Kakashi used to harden his body. To think, sneak attack without even sensing that someone was behind him, stab Kakashi in the back of his right kitty, which normally would have killed a person, but it turns out Kakashi has more lives, more than just one. Boy, fighting against Hidan was already bad enough. He didn't actually have other weapons other than just a kunai against Hidan's 3 sharp side thing, and tried to evade Kakashi's monsters, which had fire element, wind element, and lightning element. It was very hard to actually try and fight against that Akatsuki member. It was great for him to use water style to stop the fire element, but unfortunately it was still too dangerous for a fire and wind to mix together. I mean, it was great that he actually stopped the lightning element with his hand, because he's actually a natural element lightning style user. But it still wasn't enough. Akatsuki's life may have decreased from Kakashi stabbing him once. Hidan stabbed himself without realizing the blood that he licked was actually Kakashi's once. And with that, with 3 lives, and with Naruto's Russian Shuriken that destroyed 2 of Kakashi's lives simultaneously, Kakashi dealt the final blow. And with that, Kakashi is dead. Boy, the mission of trying to find Sasuke or finding Itachi was not easy. Trying to find scent or trying to find a lead as to where's Sasuke or where's Itachi, it was really hard. They were close in trying to find where Sasuke is, but unfortunately they got distracted by a masked man. That masked man was Toby. They actually managed to get through on time. They would have actually tried to either stop Sasuke or stop Itachi for the whole fighting between the brothers. I was really excited. Then there was the Pain invasion arc. Who would have thought? While Pain has already assaulted or almost destroyed a village, when Pain, Tendo, or the Deva Path have encountered Iruka, interrogate about where is the 9-tailed Jinchuri. Almost killed him, but then Kakashi showed up. Tried to stop him from killing another leaf ninja, but did not realize that it was dangerous to fight against one of them, to actually stab him in the shoulder. He tried to attack using lightning blade, but Pain actually dodged it by just bending his neck a little bit to the, I don't know, the left or the right side to make sure that it wouldn't hurt him. And while he would try to attack using his right kitty, he got pushed away with what? Almighty push? And before that, the second Pain shows up. It was really dangerous for 2 of the 6 paths of Pain for Kakashi to handle. And who would have thought he actually had a trick up his sleeve. A lightning clone. Not really a lightning shadow clone, but a lightning clone. To fool one of the pains. And without realizing it, while reinforcements had arrived and tried to attack him simultaneously, one of the pains has been smushed. And who would have thought that while actually already trapping Pain with those chains, it didn't work, as he almost tried to kill that Pain. The Deva path, that is, Tendo. That Shurado path. Have blocked the attack using its own body. And while Kakashi, who tried to finish off 2 Pains, didn't work. I don't know what actually occurred. Pain has the advantage and have already made the surroundings so severe, Kakashi was already in the brink of death. Almost stabbing Kakashi's eye with one of those nails, which he actually pulled using magnetic technique. Almost killed him. And while Choji, who knows the information, tried to escape, the Shurado path almost killed him, but Kakashi used the last of his Kamui to send that missile to another dimension. And that's how Kakashi has actually perished. And while he actually perished, he actually managed to reunite with his dad. And who would have thought, well, Naruto have already defeated the 6 paths of Pain, and have the real Pain, and Nagato, who happens to be the real Pain, have already realizing Naruto's words have actually convinced him that he can actually stop this curse of hatred. He actually tried to save the village by using the Gedo art of Rine Rebirth. As a result, all of the people in the Leaf Village that were killed was resurrected, even Kakashi. It was almost close for Kakashi to have died for good, and Might Guy to have lost his rival. But with a miracle happen like that, lucky for him, to actually been alive. If Kakashi was dead, there would be no 6 Hokage. And who would have thought, after the Pain invasion and Naruto became a hero, Kakashi has already noticed that Naruto was able to communicate with the 4th Hokage because his chakra was in that Reaper Death seal, or the 8 tetragram seal that is. Was able to talk to him and saying that a masked man was actually responsible for the attack of the 9 Tails, which happens like in the prologue how people who tried to watch Naruto. Kakashi, who can think of one person who was able to manipulate the 9 Tails, Madara Uchiha, and after trying to support Naruto on the whole, convincing the right Kage to not kill Sasuke Uchiha, tried to assist him, tried to convince the right Kage as well that Naruto, who wants to stop the conflict between the leaf and the cloud, didn't work. All of a sudden, they actually tried to stay for a couple of days closely to the land of the snow, or the land of the iron, sorry. Madara have actually appeared and telling Naruto, Yamato, and Kakashi the truth about Itachi, just to make sure that they can understand what Sasuke has worked through, or why Sasuke became like that. And after the whole Hokage summit and the Akatsuki have actually invaded the place and the Sasuke and already killed Danzo and stuff, Madara, who is Toby, has already declared war against the 5 great nations, the Fourth Great Ninja War. And because Danzo can't be trusted, they have decided that the one who would represent for the leaf, instead of Danzo, or it was a miracle that Tsunade woke up from her coma, Kakashi should be the one to be the Hokage. But it was lucky for Tsunade to have awoken from her coma, and Kakashi not in time to have been selected as the new Hokage. Thank goodness. Well, he's glad that is. And who would have thought with the Fourth Great Ninja War was almost gonna start? Kakashi was actually chosen as the captain for the division of the unit. And boy, who would have thought the first opponents that he actually encountered other than some reanimated ninja was Zabuza and Haku, which was almost 4 years ago since their last fight. And that silent killing was really dangerous, especially together with the other 6 swordsmen of the Hidden Mist. The silent killing was really dangerous, but luckily with some members from the Yamanaka clan and the Nara clan, he was able to find where Zabuza is. And boy, he didn't actually come out unscratched. Even though he already knows about Zabuza's technique, although it was because of Kawato's manipulation that actually made him so dangerous that by able to perform the silent killing or having the aura of a demon, he actually got scratched on his side. Or maybe it was because Zabuza, who was a reanimation, will not hesitate to slice through Haku. Okay, that's almost a 5th copy for Ritras's craft essence, I think. And while Kakashi and Guy were busy eliminating the other 7 swordsmen of the Hidden Mist, after he already done the mission, he and Guy were the first 2 Jonin, or the greatest ninja, to assist Naruto and Killer Bee against Madara. The masked Madara, that is. Who would have thought? While they actually tried to fight the reanimated Jinchurikis, Kakashi almost assumed with these Jinchuriki, who actually has the same eye as Pain, having the same technique, but it turns out they don't have it. They just have the technique they have as a Jinchuriki. They don't have push and pull. They don't have absorbing chakra. They don't have multiple hands like the Shurado path. They don't even perform summoning. And they don't even try and resurrecting one of their own. No, that is only a technique of the 6th path. But if Jinchuriki happens to have a 6th path rod or eyes, they actually kept their own original techniques to themselves. Okay, I think this is 5th copy. Or maybe it's 6th copy. And who would have thought? They fought hard. They fought long. Finally. Well, Naruto have already stopped the other Jinchurikis. Now it's just the masked man Tobi. Who would have thought they fought from evening until night. And Naruto was already beaten up, seeing as how long they had to actually fight those reanimated Jinchuriki. And who would have thought? While they tried to fight against the masked man, they have discovered a few things. Like Kakashi sending his lightning-embedded kunai to a different dimension. As it was slowly being thrown, it scratched the mask of Tobi. And after sending Naruto's Rasengan to a different dimension, and it actually exploded on his right shoulder. As a result, the sleeve of Toby was already ripped to shreds. So after he realized it's not two jutsus for the masked man, it was only one, and realizing that why the masked man's shouting gun is connected to Kakashi. And after the masked man confessed that it was the same eye that he actually has during the third Great Ninja War, same one where Kakashi has earned the nickname Kakashi of the shouting gun, or the hero that is, that is where he would hesitate. Is this masked man really who I think it is? But after already Naruto tried to rip the mask off him, after Kakashi betting on his last chakra, which didn't result in his death, sending the shadow clone to the dimension of the family itself, broke the mask of Toby. And that shocked Guy, shocked Kakashi, that the masked man was really Obito. They could not believe it. Is that really Obito? After noticing the shotgun gun transform into the same one that he had, and the face, which is a little bit odd due to being crushed by a boulder, without a doubt, it is Obito Uchiha. Confess that why did he become like that? Because he couldn't keep his promise and let Rin die, his fellow teammate, or the one that he loved. Boy, to think that his fellow teammate, who is alive this entire time and becoming a rogue ninja and becoming an Akatsuki that manipulates others, or the one that declared the war, Kakashi was still hesitating and got scratched and got wounded. But finally, after hearing Naruto's words, finally he decided to try and fight against Obito, even though after realizing that the Ten Tails has already been awakened, the Dayton has been trying to stop him. And who would have thought the rest of the Ninja Alliance have arrived on time to assist. And who would have thought, finally, after noticing that Kakashi could have just ended by sending the Ten Tails or something to another dimension, Obito tried to stop him. And with that, Kakashi and Obito have their fight one-on-one in that dimension. Obito already know the truth. Why did Rin actually die at the hands of Kakashi? Which happens to be a flashback of what happened to Obito after he tried to rescue his friends against the hidden mist. And it turns out that they actually turned her into the Three Tails Jinchuriki. And when she realized that she could have potentially destroyed the village when the Three Tails would run amok, she decided to run willingly and be stabbed by Kakashi's lightning blade. And with that, their fight is actually almost a little bit similar when Kakashi and Obito were both young. However, the difference was when Kakashi has already won, Obito tried to kill him by using those 6 paths rod. Well, Kakashi actually had to use a kunai, which is embedded with lightning element. Finally stabbed him. Both simultaneous stabs, by the way. Okay, who is it? Who is this caster? I can think of one or two caster. Nursery Rhyme. Huh? Shield.
Konnichiwa, 素敵なあなた。夢見るように出会いましょう。
Well, Kakashi, who actually tried to recover from his injury against Obito, although with his eye, he can actually see what Obito is seeing, or even listening to what Obito is actually saying. And after when Obito is already weakened, and no longer becoming the 10-tailed Jinchuriki, Kakashi, with his recovered chakra, which I don't know how many hours, long episodes by the way, have already returned from that dimension, tried to kill Obito, but the reanimated fourth Hokage stopped him. Boy, things couldn't get any worse. Madara would not just try to stay still. Use Obito to perform the ghetto art of Rinne Rebirth on him. He actually successfully sending the right arm of the ghetto statue to another dimension, but it was too late. Already capturing 9 of the tailed beasts simultaneously, and while it is slowly transforming elsewhere, and after it already transformed into the 10 tails, Madara absorbed it, and becoming the 10 tails Jinchuriki. And who would have thought Obito was actually the only one that can stop this dangerously powerful Madara. Was close to becoming the sage of the 6 paths. The second sage of the 6 paths, that is. And who would have thought, together with Kakashi and Obito working together, the speed of the Kamui is impressive, and he was able to go to the other dimension where Sakura, who's actually tried to save Naruto, he actually has half of the knights of the fourth Hokage inside him due to Black Zetsu tried to interfere, not letting Naruto be alive. Have already giving him half of the 9 tails. Ironically, has the chakra from the 1 to the 9 tails, 1 to the 8 tails, and with his own with the 9 tails. Finally, Naruto can have the chakra of the Sage of the 6 Paths. Not the Rinnegan, by the way. And who would have thought when Naruto and Sasuke has the power of the 6 Paths against Madara, unexpectedly, while he was actually trying to get the other half of the Rinnegan, he stole Kakashi's eye, which happens to be the same Sharingan, which can send him into the Kamui dimension. And who would have thought, and I am surprised, Naruto, who can actually heal wounds, healed Kakashi's left eye, which was already been wounded during the
こう暑い日が続くとエアコンは手放せません。とはいえ体を冷やし報酬獲得です。
during the Third Great Ninja
いらっ
War.
しゃい。ささ、ずずいっと奥まで退屈し。
先輩
Okay, I don't even realize if this is already a quarter of a pity. So even though Kakashi doesn't have the shutting anymore, his 3 teammates of students are already more powerful than him. And boy, things couldn't have gone crazier or worse. Madara already reclaiming both of his eyes, which are the original who awakened the Rinnegan other than Sage himself. He's so powerful. After not realizing that he could just be able to perform the infinite Tsukuyomi, with Sasuke's help with the Susanoo, to covering them, they would not be blinded or actually having Rinnegan in their eyes. And who would have thought, as they actually tried to fight Madara, even though he already achieved his goal of bringing the people from conflict, Black Setsu have actually stabbed Madara and actually using him as a vessel to resurrect the one who is very dangerous and has more chakra than him, Otsutsuki Kaguya, who gave birth to the Sage of the Sixth Path. Would have thought when tried to fight against Kaguya, she is on a whole different level. Please tell me this is him. It is him! Yes! Finally! Now I can save up the other Saint Quartz for later. Whew, all that talking about Naruto, and it really worked.
俺は神々の王インドラである。俺の手が必要になる戦いなどあるまいが、物見湯さんがてら来てやったぞ。さあ、この世界の極上の酒を俺に味わわせるがいい。
Yeah, I have this feeling that he is both Kakashi and Cars. Not Gifu, by the way. There, I am already satisfied.
Yup.
Now then. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That will have to do. Gotta make sure if there's no copy extras. Kid Gil is definitely not in the singularity reward. Not the first, not the second, not the third, not the fourth, not the fifth. Not the 6 and not even the 7. Or even the effective remnants, or even the lost belts. Just one more copy and Dirmud would be NP5. And he happens to be a category 2. Okay, one more copy and Hassan of the 100 Personas will be complete. Okay, the great servant that I like, Mandricardo, is already NP5. Medusa, one more copy. Old Man Hector, already NP5. To think, the Trasralta version, he is actually the servant that's accompanying Fujimaru. I think I can get the one copy after clearing Singularity 5 for Geronimo. Dea, already NP5, but her noble phantasm needs to be fixed. Sorry. Alright, one of the Fate Stay Night servants, Fufulin, is already NP5. Wait. Oh my. Gilderoy Saber, the sane, and the one who trusts John, not the psychopath caster version. It's not gonna be easy to get a bronze servant, especially in the friend role. Oh yes. One copy, and the Alchemist Maker will be NP5. Alright, that's it for the NP exchanging stuff. Wait, seriously? Hey, time to burn.
お一人様、取り返しはつかないものだ。扱いには気をつけてね。
Okay, so Serenity and Kotaro are already.
「まだ見ていくかい？結構私も張り合いがあるってものさ。
This too? Oh, right, I know Shawaka. Oh wait, I already...
マナプリズムと交換する？いいとも。では今回の品物を紹介しよう。いら
慌てるな。冷気が馴染んできただけだ。
そろそろクエスト。いらっしゃい。マナプリズムと交換する？いいとも。では今回の品物を紹介しよう。いら
慌てるな。冷気が馴染んできただけだ。
そろそろクエスト。お一人様ご案内。マナプリズムと交換する？いいとも。では今回の品物を紹介しよう。
Okay, so his attack is lacking little, but his HP is already the limit that I think is gold full cards. Alright, time to make this guy strong. Oh, it's already an hour.
慌てるな。冷気が馴染んできただけだ。
Really?
ん？酒のつまみにちょうど良いな。
Alright.
そろそろクエストに戻る？
I will try and have a different video to start this Indra event, so I'm just gonna go and try and give a demonstration. Perfect. Ironically, Iskandar's voice actor happens to be Wamu for JoJo Part 2. And for... if I recall, in Boruto, which happens to be the sequel for Naruto, he was actually... what was that guy's name again? Let's see... rhymes with... not Amor, no. No, it's let's see. Amado, yes, Amado. Oh my goodness, I just remembered. Husband and wife, Siegfried and Kriemhilde are here at the same time. Ah, crap.
余興か。楽しませろよ。
What's annoying
あとはお前らでやっていろ。
unlike Gilgamesh, this guy is really comfy
見せてやる。
in his throne. It's enormous. Ouch.
断る。何を言う。
おい来た。
アンナの分はまさかこの程度では死ぬまい。
ほらよ。
断る。嫌だね。何を言う。片付けろ。俺はアイラバタ。踊れ。氷河の少しだ。
見せてやる。王とも。
おい来た。
蹴散らせ。
愚かの極みだな。何を言う。断る。
Here we go.
これは山の翼を断つ刃、天を広げ支える救済の光、すなわち
神の雷シャクロボジュラ
そこは俺が決めるところではないのか。
Okay, that flash eye really left.
好きに進めない。触れてやろう。つまらん。もはや乗るしかない。好きにしろ。
よし来た。
ほらよ。
嫌だね、断る。バジュラ、遊んでやれ。俺、外
やっちまうぞ。最近やる気がもりもり湧いてくるわ。
愚かの極みだな。
いざはるか万里の彼方まで。
我はインドラ、天地了解の恐れる者なり。我はブリトラハンズ、悪しき蛇を殺す者なり。信頼解放、シャクラバジャー。
Or you can just call it Kame Raikiri, Kame Lightning Blade.
遠征は終わらん。我らが胸に彼方への野心ある限り勝ち時をあげよう。太陽におい下手いのい。おーっと、また勝ってしまったな。
Alright, that is it for the video for now. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys like and subscribe. And yes, I am technically a geek of actually knowing about Naruto from part 1 to part 2. Even though part 1 I just rewatched back and different from the subtitles for the part 2. I remember that since I was a teen. So tomorrow I think I will try and compete for this Indra event with my own King of the Gods Indra. So I will try and play, not skipping the story, and to try and get those items and make sure to unlock his story lock 3rd ascension items and his final ascension. So thank you guys. See you.